Hey, good Sunday morning. I'm meteorologist Ryan Stinnett here with your Weather Extreme video for Sunday, July 19th, 2015.
We'll start this forecast package off looking at what was very warm Saturday across much of the area. Highs ranging into the upper 90s along that Interstate 20 corridor. 96 for Anniston, the official high in Birmingham 98, and 99 in Tuscaloosa. Gadsden's not showing up here, but I did check and it was 97 up in Etowah County, and look at Montgomery was 99 as well. So a very hot Saturday across much of the state. Now this morning we're starting off rather comfortable. Most locations sitting into those 70s. Currently 74 looks to be a popular number across central Alabama. As Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Alabaster are sitting at that reading. 72 for Gadsden and Anniston. And how about the radar? It's calm this morning. Nothing showing up. But of course that will be changing as we head into the afternoon hours, as that daytime heating allows those instabilities to build, and we'll see showers and thunderstorms develop. But once again, the main story is going to continue to be the heat across much of the country. The entire state of Alabama is under a heat advisory now. That's for those heat index values this afternoon, ranging from 105 to 110, so very dangerous heat. So of course, take it easy. I know everybody knows how to stay cool, but just warrant some extra caution the next couple of days, as that heat advisory has been extended until 9 p.m. Monday. Now, what about the tropics? We had a little feature in the central Atlantic. It has since dissipated. The rest of the basin is awfully quiet. No development expected. A lot of dry air in place, as well as wind shear continues to rip apart any systems that try to develop. But we do note a fairly potent tropical wave is starting to move off the African coast. It'll be interesting to see how that develops as we head out the next couple of days, as we head towards the active part of hurricane season. Now, the eastern Pacific's where all the activity has been the last few days. Dolores has since dissipated off the western Baja coast, but it is sending a lot of moisture up into the desert southwest, and flash flood watches have been issued for portions of California, Nevada, and Arizona, providing a lot of rain and thunderstorms. And then another system is trying to get its act together down there towards the ITCZ. If this develops, it will be Tropical Storm Felicia, and you can tell they're giving it a 60% chance of development. Now let's talk about our weather pattern. It's summertime. Ridge continues to be the main feature, and we're looking at the 300 millibar level here in the continental United States. You see the jet streams moving into western Canada, dips down across the the western U.S. and stays across the northwest, and that's why we're seeing the storm track through the plains and through the Midwest, and that's kind of what we expect this time of year. But you see how strong that area of high pressure is in the upper levels. It is even showing up across the lower Mississippi Valley. That high continues to be the main feature, even at our 500 millibar levels, keeping us very hot. But you notice we still are in that northwesterly flow, so any storms that do develop will track from northwest to southeast across much of the U.S., and this pattern's really going to hold right on into the rest of the week, as it's going to be staying very hot across the area. Now 700 millibars, we're looking at relative humidity in a lot of locations, and you see portions of Alabama do have moisture that high up. The ridge continues to be the main feature, and once again a lot of moisture across the northern portions of Canada, but that's going to stay off towards the north and really not impact us here in the southeast. And 850 millibars, you really begin to see how saturated the atmosphere is over the state. Just a moisture-rich atmosphere, and this moisture does provide fuel for those showers and thunderstorms that develop each and every afternoon. Now, what we got going on at the surface? Well, areas of high pressure along the east coast. One centered near Knoxville, Tennessee this morning, but we do note a cold front has made its way into the midwestern portions of the U.S. Look at that. Currently 60 degrees up in North Dakota, 61 in Minneapolis, St. Paul. And that cold front will be the mechanism for quite a bit of severe weather today. So our friends at the SPC have outlined much of the Northeast back through the Ohio Valley, and a slight risk for severe weather today along that frontal boundary as it moves into the Great Lakes. It will see tornado threats really not existent today, but we are watching for a lot of hail and damaging winds in those areas, and of course quite a bit of flooding will be possible for us in Alabama. Just the general thunderstorm outlook, of course, daytime heating will allow thunderstorms to develop, and they could certainly pack a punch this afternoon. Let's look at the simulated radar off the NAM this morning. This is for this afternoon about 5 p.m. Very isolated shower and thunderstorm activity, fairly typical of what we see this time of year. This run of the model is keeping the best convection over East Alabama, and of course that northwesterly flow. These will sink from the north down towards the south, and once again urging people to just stay weather aware. Of course, these will have a lot of lightning with them, gusty winds and intense rainfall, but once the sun sets, that daytime heating will be lost, and these will head into their beds just like the rest of us. Now, what about QPF? This is for the next 7 days. We generally stay wet across much of Alabama. A lot of this, nothing to do with a major storm system, just those typical fairly isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms. Over the next 7 days, much of Alabama could see anywhere from ½ inch to an inch of rain. Not uncommon this time of year. And finally, what about that temperature forecast for the next 2 weeks? The GFS ensemble keeps it rather hot the next couple of days. Cooler today, but I think it's actually underdoing that temperature. I'm forecasting a high of 99. 99 for tomorrow, and we'll stay in the mid to lower 90s through much of next week. The ridge should build back east as we head towards the weekend, so hotter temperatures are forecast next weekend. But look at that, we can already see into the month of August, and temperatures are on their way down, only lower 90s expected.
And that has been your Weather Extreme video for Sunday, July 19th, 2015. Stay cool and drink lots of water out there today.